Mother, I feel you under my feet. Father, I hear your heartbeat in earth. My body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Good morning, Earth Tribe. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people call me Crystal, some people call me Criddle, like Riddle with a C. Either way, Nacho Mama is a personality, not a person. Today I'm going to be reading for the collective of Virgo. I don't care if you're a woman dealing with a man dealing with a woman dealing with a woman, or a man dealing with a man. I'm just going to read for the Virgo collective. See what sort of messages I can get from Spirit for Virgo today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you still feel inclined. Most importantly, drop down and say hello. Hello. I appreciate you guys being here. I absolutely am amazed by just God in general. The way things are. All right, Virgo. What sort of messages can we get for Virgo today? Please use me as a conduit to express the best message for Virgo's personal growth. Please and thank you. So mote it be. Amen. Please and thank you, so mote it be. Amen. Reveal. We have the light. Illumination. 2 light cards. 2 illuminations. We have the sun and the light. The visionary, huh? I feel like some of you have had major downloads recently. Some major downloads from Spirit. Maybe in your dreams. Maybe you have dreamt about some stuff. But there's been some sort of truth exposed. The light. Everything always comes to the light. No matter what's done in the dark, it comes to the light. You're trying to stay focused on the light. Trying to keep your vision to the light. Some of you might have been dealing with some darkness, some dark entities, some dark people around you. And you're keeping your vision towards the light. You're keeping your head held high. You're standing tall. In whatever this challenging moment is, whatever's been revealed, you're keeping your vision. You're not choosing to lower your vibration to match whatever harshness is going on around you. You are open to receive, handing out spiritual blessings. Very determined. You're very determined to keep the faith, to keep your head held high, to continue being the amazing good person that you are, despite whatever anybody else is doing around you, despite what anybody else is saying about you, despite what any sort of energy that's negative that's been thrown your way. You are holding that, holding strong in your faith, holding strong in your faith and your love. You're still continuing to be the same generous, giving, thoughtful person that you are. No matter who's throwing negative energy towards you, you're just letting it skip right off of you, right? With the Fool, you're trusting, you're having, like, this is extreme amounts of faith, man. Like, you have extreme amounts of faith in the endless possible possibilities, with a visionary and illumination and reveal. Like, some of you have been revealed your higher purpose. Like, you understand that there's a higher purpose to everything that's happened to you, to everything that has been thrown at you, to any sort of energies that have been sent to destroy you, any sort of people that have tried to bring you down to their level. You are walking away from all that no longer serves you, whether it be a person, place, ideas, any of that. And you are holding your vision and keeping the faith, Virgo. Like, you're not in a attitude of retaliation. You're not in, like, man, sometimes it's so much harder to choose to pray for your enemies, you know? They say that forgiveness is for yourself, right? Some of you are not only forgiving, but you're praying for them as well, you know? That's when you know that you've grown spiritually as a human and evolved on a conscious level. Because if people are purposely trying to hurt you, that only says something about themselves, you know? If people are sending black magic towards you, that only says something about them, not you, you know? And when you can pray for those people and show them love and light and genuine compassion, and to see things from a higher perspective, to see that it has nothing to do with you, it has to do with them. And a lot of you have realized this. A lot of you have realized that the trials and tribulations that you've been in have only brought you to the strength that you have now, that have brought you to a higher understanding. Like, you don't send out negative energy for negative energy. That's an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, you know? You let whatever, like, you don't put names on any sort of energy. You just send it up to God. Like, universe, spirit, source, God, archangels, fight this battle for me, you know? You're not lighting candles and putting people's names on them and doing stupid shit like that. Because that's in a lower vibration. Like, you vibrate so much higher than any of that shit. You just hand it over to God, and whatever your God is to you, whatever God is to you. I know a lot of people are really triggered by that word, but because you never know who's out there, you know? Some of you have had a major tower moment. You know, not every tower is a bad thing. Towers only happen because you've built on faulty foundations. You know, and I'm grateful for any towers that have fell in my life. I'm grateful to know that I have been building on faulty foundation. I'm grateful to know that the people that I invest in don't have love for me, you know? I'm grateful to know who my people are and who my people aren't. I'm thankful that this tower has fallen. I'm thankful that the universe has taken whatever faulty foundation and blessed me with knowing that I was building on a faulty foundation, because towers only fall if you're building on faulty foundations. If you're building on a solid foundation, then that tower will weather the storm, you know? If you're building on solid solid love, solid growth, solid, you know, with no malice in your heart or your mind, then those foundations don't fall. You know, some people have been building with you with malice in their heart, and God has taken that away and shown you who these people were. You know, so be thankful that the tower's fallen. Even if you get scraped up or whatever, what is it? We don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker, burn. Right? Don't even try to put that smoldering tower out. Be thankful that you know that you built on faulty foundation. Yeah, death. With Archangel Azrael. Transition. Transmutation. Instead of letting it destroy you and crumbling with the tower that was built on faulty foundations, that doesn't mean that you're faulty. You know, acknowledge, oh, okay, I see where I built on faulty foundation, you know? I was trying to build a castle in the swamp, you know? And instead of being upset, or, I mean, it's natural to, whenever you realize that you're building on faulty foundations, like, it's natural to be a little upset, you know? Go through the human emotions, but understand that you are a God having a human experience. And everyone else around you is doing the same thing. When you walk out into the street and you see somebody acting a fool, just remember that he is his own God. She is their own God, living their own experience. I believe that we are souls that are sent here to experience every possible possibility that is possible, to feel every single possibility that's possible. Because none of us will ever understand each other. The only thing that we can do is relate. And what better way to figure out what every possible possibility feels like than to separate, like, the soul of God into all these humans, to have a human experience, to feel it for himself. To feel every single possible possibility in the human experience, to have those through each individual eye. We are all here representing God, universe, source. So the next time that you see somebody doing something crazy, you know what I mean? Instead of judging them, just kind of smile and be like, yeah, what an interesting experience that God is having, you know? What a very interesting experience that must feel like for that God. And keep on with your own personal experience, you know, keep growing and learning. Once again, so we don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker, burn. Don't hold on and plead and, you know, beg and try to reason with and try to get these people to see who you are, to get them to love you, you know? Like, if somebody doesn't love you for who you are, then fuck them. Let them go. Right? If they don't see your worth, they don't see, you know, how amazing or how talented or, you know, just in general, like, who you are as a person, then they're not your people anyways, right? They're just one step closer to making you understand who you really are, what your true purpose is. And begging, bartering, pleading, retaliating, feeling any sort of anything in the lower vibration that's not going to make it any better. You know, That'll just make you suffer more. We are in control of our own suffering. We might feel like, oh, this outside circumstances is making me suffer. No. It's not like that at all. That outside circumstance is giving you an opportunity to grow, to learn. Whatever conflict you've been battling has been giving you an opportunity to be the person, always be the person that you wished you had in a situation like this, whatever situation you're going through. Doesn't matter what they did to you. Does that change who you are? That doesn't say anything about you. It only says something about them. So when the universe pulls that rug of faulty foundations from underneath you, instead of rolling into a little ball and crying, look up to the sky and say, thank you. Thank you for showing me where I was building on faulty foundations, so that you can rewrite those lessons and blessings into your next blueprint. And not be building castles in a swamp, Don't lay in the swamp crying, because you have the choice. You can't have a bad day with a good attitude, and you can't have a good day with a bad attitude. And that choice is always ours, right? I love you guys. Vroom, beep, beep. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, have a wonderful day.